Welcome to this explainer. When it comes to protecting our homes, a security system is great, but let's be real, a camera or an alarm simply can't cuddle with your kids on the couch after a long day. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 dog breeds that manage to strike this absolutely unbelievable balance between loving family companionship and serious, uncompromising home protection. If you're looking for an incredible animal that can be both your child's best friend and your family's ultimate guardian, you are absolutely in the right place.
Okay, so let's dive right in by asking a pretty foundational question. For decades, movies and TV have kind of trained us to think a guard dog is this snarling, unapproachable beast, right? Just aggressively barking at the end of a heavy chain in a junkyard. But is that actually what you want wandering around your living room? Obviously not. The truth about what makes a truly elite family guardian is far more complex, and frankly, a lot more fascinating.
See, the modern reality is completely different from those old Hollywood stereotypes. Today's ultimate protection dog has totally been redefined. Breeders and trainers are actively looking for immense emotional intelligence and, crucially, an off switch. The absolute best dogs are specifically wired to be infinitely patient and gentle with toddlers, just soaking up that chaotic family life with total calm. But they possess this inherent switch that flips instantly, making them absolutely fearless when genuine danger actually appears. It's exactly that perfect dual nature that we're counting down today.
Kicking off our countdown in the alert and energetic guardians tier, we have our number 10 spot.
And this breed might completely surprise you with just how goofy they are, right up until the moment they need to step up. Boxers are essentially the ultimate class clowns of the canine world. They actually get their name from their charming historical habit of using their front paws to literally box when they're playing or defending themselves. They're intensely playful, especially with kids, and they form these remarkably strong emotional bonds with their owners. But hey, don't let that goofy demeanor trick you into thinking they're a pushover. Because of their fearless nature and incredibly athletic build, their protective instincts kick in immediately. They are instantly alert and highly capable the literal second trouble arises at your front door.
Let's move to our number 9 spot, where we're journeying back centuries to the snowy mountains of Japan. Here we find a silent guardian bred specifically for royalty, the Akita. Now, the Akita operates entirely differently than most protection dogs. They aren't your typical reactive barkers who sound the alarm at every passing squirrel. Instead, they act with a quiet, imposing confidence. Since they were originally bred to protect Japanese nobility, they're silent, calm observers who are just naturally suspicious of strangers. And what makes them such exceptional family protectors is their dignified devotion. With proper socialization, you get a deeply loving guardian who is constantly analyzing their surroundings. They're always alert, but always completely composed.
Rounding out our highly energetic tier at number 8 is a dog that pairs a commanding presence with a surprisingly refined look.
Enter the giant Schnauzer. Don't let the distinguished beard and refined eyebrows fool you. These dogs were originally bred to tirelessly drive cattle and fiercely guard breweries over in Germany. They're immensely powerful and carry a sharp, dominating intelligence. Now, because of that high IQ, they learn incredibly fast. But there's a catch. A bored genius dog will quickly outsmart its owner, so they absolutely require firm structure and leadership. When you provide them with that mental stimulation and discipline, they transform into fiercely reliable home protectors and deeply affectionate family members.
At number 7, we shift gears completely. We're moving away from the high-energy athletes and stepping into the awe-inspiring realm of the silent, powerful giants.
The Bull Mastiff lives a life of absolute duality. On one hand, you have a dog historically known as the gamekeeper's night dog. They were specifically bred in England to silently track and safely pin down heavily armed poachers in the dead of night, without actually mauling them. And you know what? That exact instinct translates perfectly to a modern home. Their massive, intimidating size is an immediate deterrent all on its own, but if someone breaks in, the Bull Mastiff doesn't instantly bite. Their instinct is to knock down and hold. This makes them incredibly safe to have around children. They act as a quiet, gentle giant right up until they need to become an immovable object.
At number 6, we have one of the most recognizable and sleek silhouettes in the entire canine world. This is a dog built for pure, unadulterated speed, the Doberman Pinscher. To really understand the Doberman, you have to look at their origin. They were created by Louis Doberman, a 19th century German tax collector who needed a fiercely loyal, intimidating dog to protect him on dangerous money collection routes. That history pretty much explains everything about their temperament today. They're the ultimate Velcro dog, sticking right by their owner's side with intense loyalty. Plus, they are incredibly athletic and react to threats with lightning speed. When properly socialized, a Doberman is a loving, highly trainable companion who can go from resting on the rug to neutralizing a threat in the absolute blink of an eye.
Securing the number 5 spot is an imposing guardian whose fearsome lineage dates all the way back to the battlefields of ancient Rome. The Cane Corso, which roughly translates from Latin to bodyguard dog, takes its job incredibly seriously. This ancient Italian Mastiff is pure muscle and unwavering confidence. They possess a natural territorial instinct and what can really only be described as absolute stopping power. Very often, just their sheer size and that deep booming bark are more than enough to send any intruder running for the hills. Because they're so naturally dominant, they absolutely require an experienced owner and consistent early socialization. But in the right hands, there is perhaps no guardian more intensely loyal or dependable. As we approach the top of our list, we enter the elite working dog tier. These next few breeds are true, undisputed specialists. Rather than just being general protectors, they excel at the absolute highest levels of working dog criteria. One relies on unmatched, lightning-fast speed and extreme alertness. Another leverages raw brute power and unrelenting courage. And the third operates on absolute unmatched versatility and obedience. Keep these distinct, elite profiles in mind as we dive into our top 4.
Entering this elite tier at number 4 is a dog that quite literally jumps out of helicopters for a living.
The Belgian Malinois is essentially the canine equivalent of a special forces operative. There's a very good reason they are heavily utilized by elite units like the Navy SEALs and the Secret Service. You see, a Malinois doesn't just want a job, it violently demands one. They possess a work ethic that is unmatched in the animal kingdom, fueled by this extreme, boundless energy. If a dangerous situation unfolds, their remarkable intelligence and athleticism mean they're going to recognize and react to the threat faster than almost any other breed on Earth.
At number 3 is a breed whose reputation often precedes it.
A dog globally respected for its raw, undeniable strength, the Rottweiler. Now forget those aggressive Hollywood villain stereotypes for a second. Behind the Rottweiler's intimidating, muscular exterior is actually one of the most affectionate, clownish dogs you could ever invite into your home. They are incredibly loving with their trusted family members, but when it comes to protection, their historic courage just takes over. A Rottweiler is uniquely willing to stand its ground no matter what is coming through that door. They're literally an immovable wall of confidence and power that simply will not back down when their family is on the line. At number 2, we find the gold standard, the most famous, recognizable, and versatile working dog on the planet. The German Shepherd is widely trusted by police departments and militaries worldwide because they're the ultimate all-rounder. But what truly sets them apart as a family guardian is their exceptional emotional intelligence. A German Shepherd has the uncanny, sharp ability to differentiate between a genuinely threatening stranger and, say, a loud friend you've just invited inside. It's that precise judgment, combined with immense bravery and high obedience, that makes them legendary. They just effortlessly balance serious protective instincts with a loving, playful family companionship.
And finally, we've arrived, beating out police dogs, military operatives, and ancient battle beasts.
We reach our ultimate family guardian taking the number 1 spot, the Great Pyrenees. This dog completely subverts every single aggressive guard dog stereotype. Why? Because they're a pure livestock guardian dog. For centuries, these dogs were left completely alone on remote mountainsides with a flock of sheep, required to outsmart wolves and bears. They don't wait for commands from a human. They assess threats independently. And that independent, calm confidence makes them phenomenally gentle giants who will patiently let a toddler pull their ears. But when a real threat approaches the home, they become an impenetrable, fearless wall of white fur. Their natural, independent guardian instincts make them the absolute best family protection dog in the world.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I've got to pass the question over to you. What does the perfect balance of love and security actually look like for your home? Do you find yourself drawn to the imposing ancient power of the Cane Corso or the Bull Mastiff? Or do you lean toward the razor-sharp, special forces intelligence of a high-energy working breed like the German Shepherd or the Malinois? Take these insights, consider your own family's lifestyle and dynamic, and think carefully about which of these incredible animals would be your ultimate protector. Thanks for learning with me today.